Hello everyone, I'm Liu Rujia, the product manager of SmartX. I'm very happy to share that we recently released SmartX Kubernetes Service 1.0.0. Next, I will briefly introduce the product information of SKS. SmartX Kubernetes Service, short for SKS, is a Kubernetes service provided by the SmartX Enterprise Cloud Platform. SKS is based on SmartX virtualization and can automatically create multiple virtual machines to build a highly available Kubernetes cluster. It has a built-in SmartX production-level distributed storage and CSI add-on to provide stable and high-performance persistent volumes for stateful applications. Through SmartX network and security products and CNI add-on, it can achieve flat interconnection and communication between virtual machines and containers, as well as unified network security policy management. SKS pre-integrates add-ons such as ingress, load balancer, monitoring, and login in the cloud-native ecosystem to shorten the ready time of the Kubernetes cluster. At the same time, SKS also supports users to use self-selected open-source components. Operations and maintenance personnel can quickly create, delete, scale, upgrade, and manage all clusters through a unified SKS graphical interface. Monitor the status of clusters from multiple dimensions, view cluster logs and events. Through the above features, IT operation and maintenance team can easily deploy and manage production-level Kubernetes clusters, reduce the difficulty of enterprise cloud-native transformation, and accelerate the application modernization process. According to the previous introduction, we could know that SKS has the following three major characteristics: easy to use, production ready, and no vendor lock-in. Next, we will introduce these three major features. First of all, it is simple and easy to use. In reality, the deploying, configuring, and the scaling of Kubernetes clusters involve many steps and are prone to errors. SKS lowers the barrier to using Kubernetes and improves cluster management efficiency. SKS provides a simple and easy Kubernetes cluster lifecycle management function. For example, managing all clusters through a unified graphical interface. With just a few simple steps, you can quickly create a Kubernetes workload cluster in minutes without manually installing and configuring the operating system. Unified management of storage classes and persistent volumes in the workload cluster. Integrated installation and deletion processes of commonly used open-source add-ons. And key parameters can be configured through the graphical interface. Multi-dimensional monitoring of cluster status, viewing cluster logs and events. Second, production ready. In terms of storage, the traditional storage configuration method does not meet the agile delivery requirements of Kubernetes. Emerging Kubernetes native storage products lack mature core technologies and have not been verified in production environments. In terms of networking, the Kubernetes network architecture and security policies are complex and difficult to achieve unified management with existing production systems. SKS pre-integrates production-level storage and network components with control plane high availability to ensure high performance and highly reliable running of stateful applications. For example, the built-in SmartX production-level distributed storage CSI add-on can provide stable and high-performance persistent volumes for stateful applications. Through ECP, flat network management of virtual machines and containers is achieved. Container applications and traditional virtual machine applications can interconnect and communicate. And unified security policy management is performed on virtual machines and containers to support workload-level policy configuration. Automatically configure the control plane virtual IP to achieve high availability of the SKS management cluster control plane and workload cluster control plane. When the physical host where the node is located crashes, it will automatically restart on a normal physical host. During cluster upgrading, scaling, and failed node replacement, business continuity can be ensured. Finally, no vendor lock-in. In actual use, multiple Kubernetes releases and applications form complex compatibility relationships, which are difficult to upgrade and maintain. At the same time, there is a lack of unified automated management compatibility for various cloud-native add-ons. SKS avoids vendor lock-in risks through flexible and open component and version choices, allowing users to choose independently and integrate as needed. SKS provides native Kubernetes, and users can choose different versions to build workload clusters. Integrate mature community components such as MetaLB, Contour, and Prometheus, and also support users to use other open-source components in CNCF ecosystem without vendor lock-in. Next, the overall architecture. From this architecture diagram, we can see that Cloud Tower provides UI, SKS service management, node template management, API, and other functions. The management cluster is used to manage the workload cluster. The image registry manages the container images used by the management cluster and the workload cluster. The workload cluster is used to run the user's container business workloads. As for underlying SmartX OS cluster, the aforementioned workload cluster, management cluster, and image registry are built based on the virtual machines of the SmartX OS cluster. The sharing ends here. SKS has other features waiting to be explored. Welcome to learn more through the information provided below.